This is the cast wallet. It has these 6 coins on the inside of this black wallet piece, and those 6 coins are interlocked to be 3 pieces, so you can see they're linked together here. And there's a similar piece below this and also on this side. So let's take a closer look to the ins and outs of this puzzle and just exactly see how it works. To start off on this one, we're going to make a note of a couple of things. This is the dot cutout, and then if we flip it over, we'll see this rectangle cutout. Now, the important thing here is this piece on the right and middle is going to be the slider piece. So you'll see why in a second, but to start off with, let's just flip it over to the dot side and then make sure that opening is actually just facing down. So pull it down just like that, or let it fall out on the bottom. And what we want to do after this is flip it over, and then we have this other piece called the slider piece, which is a little bit different than the other 2 pieces. I'll show you why once we actually get it removed. But what we want to do is move it to the left and the middle instead. So just use the tip of your finger, move it over, hold it, and rotate it again. At this point, we can just do the same thing we did for the first move, and there's a second piece that falls out. So now that we have 2 pieces out, what we want to do is rotate it around again. Make sure those 2 pieces stay out just by holding on to them. And then we want to move this slider piece over for a second time, I believe. And there we go. So now what we want to do is grab this left piece and pull it up. I'll try and reposition to show you exactly what's going on. So we're going to pull it up, and what that's going to do is allow this right piece here to swivel to the back, just like that. And once that right piece is to the back, we'll notice that we have enough room for this left piece to go down and be pulled right out. And at this point, we can just essentially let the other 2 coins fall out, and I'll show you what exactly is all going on here and how this puzzle works. So what we have here is there's a thicker piece on 2 of the coins. So these 2 are identical. The only differences between them are the text, I guess, on the face. So in that area, they're actually opposite each other. But there's the 2 with bigger ends and then the thinner end, and then this piece here is actually, if I can pick it up, is actually just all thin. So that's why it's a slider piece, because it goes back and forth on the one side and you don't have to worry about getting caught up with anything. But to put this one back together, we're actually just going to grab this piece, and we want that small side. So there's that little divot right there. We want that small side to the right. We're going to take this piece here with wallet on the left. So this is the piece with no big pieces. We're just going to push that side down, just like so. And then what we're going to actually do here is tilt this piece up, because we want that slider piece to be on the top. And then we're going to grab one of the other pieces, and we're going to put the small side in first. And then we're going to put the other side with the flush bottom on the bottom, which is going to be just under that slider piece. Then we're going to line everything up just like that. So that's what it looks like. They're on top of each other. And at this point, it's pretty simple. We grab the big piece and we stick it in with the flush side on the bottom. And then we want to lift it up, just the direct reverse of what we did to solve it. So in order to do this though, I need to show you. So I'm going to turn it like this and lift that left one up. And what should happen is once you get that coin out of the way, you can actually lift this up. You should have that bottom one that slides, there it goes, right underneath, and it should slide right out, just like that. At this point, we need to move this slider piece over. So let's move that middle piece to the left, and move that right side to the middle. Then we're going to turn it around, slide this left slotted piece over top. So it can get pretty tricky, but you need to position things correctly, obviously, so you can slide it to the left. And now what we want to do is slide that coin all the way up there. So right now, it's sliding in the actual wrong position. So what we want to do is push this piece forward towards us, I suppose, as we push this slotted piece in. Be a little tricky, you got to do a little bit of maneuvering, but once that slotted piece is in, you'll see that right piece by my thumb. At this point, all we need to do is flip it around and move this slider piece once more. You got to make sure the other coins are in a good position to do that. And you can move the middle to the right. If you can get it popped in there. There we go. And the left side to the middle. Flip it back over. And we should just be able to push that one up. And this cast wallet is reassembled. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.